Do you have anything to add, Dandelion? No. Okay, last time I managed to... Hello? Last time I managed to solve the situation here at the castle where the mob was after Stennis's blood. Looks like the nobles are still a bit off from it. I found out that the priest Olgan was very much involved in that, and probably Prince Stennis as well. But I didn't want the peasant mob to lynch the prince, so the prince was taken into custody, and now I need to continue with the quest of finding symbols of death and hatred from the battle that took place 3 years ago here in Bergen, or near it. And Cecil Burdon knows more, so I will ask him. And then I do need to remember to level up as well. But let's begin with this. Hello, so sorry to wake you up again, Cecil. Yes.
Cecil, do you know anyone who fought in the war 3 years ago?
I did.
Did you fight here at Vergen?
Course.
Philippa claims you know a bit about the battle.
That old cook insult, called king by some, thought that Aedirnians were bumpkins who'd ship bricks as soon as his troops crossed the river.
Why did he attack Edirn?
According to Henselt, Upper Edirn is the ancient legacy of the Kedwenny crown and must be returned to the mother country. Brazen farter.
That brazen farter had a point. If you read some history, you'll know that 300 years ago this land belonged to Kedwen.
Load of crab. 700 years ago the elves reigned here, and 1,000,000 years ago these lands were the domain of the worms. If things worked that way, every king could invade a neighbouring land and claim his right to do so because an ancestor took a dump there.
All right. Hensel wanted to conquer Upper Edirn. What then?
He rolled in, got hammered, and rolled out.
Cecil, that doesn't help me much.
It wasn't a battle. It was a slaughter. If I try speaking of it, I'll see it all again. I don't want...
The ghosts of the fallen fight in the mist. They turn into horrible creatures called Draugrs. Aedirnians, Kedwenny, men, elves, and dwarves too.
Bloody hell. No peace even after death.
I want to help them, but I need to know more about the battle.
Very well. Listen. A beautiful day that grew hot later. Very hot. When Vandegrift attacked in the afternoon, he sent a dun banner at the fore. Many of our lads shit themselves at the mere sight of their standard. But we had a surprise of our own. Under the cover of night, we prepared fire pits. Our archers lit them up at the right moment. I still can't believe we managed to fool their scouts. If it wasn't for that ambush, we wouldn't be speaking today. They likely wouldn't be in Upper Edirn at all. We decimated the Dunbanner, but that was only the beginning. Seltkirk was our commander. Everywhere he appeared, the Kedwennies gave ground. He wreaked havoc among them. Hearts rose at the mere sight of his armour. Then Vandegrift himself entered the fray. Seltkirk met him in the middle of the field. In the end, Vandegrift killed Seltkirk. A terrible death that sent the Aedirnian ranks into disarray. I thought it was the end of us. Then the sky fell, as if the stars themselves had decided to avenge the death of a great knight. Fire covered the battlefield. Nobody sought the enemy. They were all looking for somewhere to flee. Yes, there were no more friends and enemies, only the living and the dead. They say it was the doing of a Kedwenny sorceress who wanted revenge on Vandegrift. Could be true, as Henselt had her executed right after the battle.
Very interesting tale. Yes.
Did you see the duel between Seltkirk and Vandegrift?
I stood half a furlong from them. Never seen a fight like it. Probably never will again. They'd already met once, at a jousting tournament in Ardcarreg. Seltkirk won there. He beat on the visitor so hard he broke his sword. Selkirk was a true knight, the last of his breed. Vandegrift was so pissed off after that tournament he hanged the smith who made his sword and ordered a special one from a sorcerer. I bet he cut down Selkirk with that new sword.
Vandegrift is dead. What happened to his sword?
Saskia's got it. Good thing too. Only her hand can tame the hatred enchanted in that sword. After the battle, when the flames abated, the scavengers came. They stole everything. Imagine, not a single keepsake or Selkirk in the whole of Edirn. His brother babbles something about a gauntlet, but he's a lying dog.
So Saskia has the sword. And possibly gauntlet somewhere. Yeah, let's go back a bit.
Remember anything from before the battle?
As if it was yesterday. Henselt's troops crossed the Pontar the third day after the autumn equinox. Edirn had good spies, so we were ready for them, and Selkirk lined up our troops along the hills. Our hearts rose at the sight of the banners of Vengerberg, Aldersberg and Gullet fluttering in the wind. Knights and armoured infantry side by side in our ranks. Even the peasants had their regiments. The dwarves were on the left flank. Over 5,000 strong we were. Nobody caring about race or background, like never before. Only King Demavend was missing, but he must have had more important business than defending his country.
Yeah, no wonder someone wanted Demavend dead.
You saw the Kidwennies cross the river?
From afar, I saw Vandegrift leading 4,000 heavily armed men. Many a heart sank when we saw the elite bearheads or the armoured banners from Ardcarrig. The Dun banner was in the middle, veterans of Brenna. As soon as he set foot on Adernian land, Vandegrift climbed a hill and surveyed the area, as if it was his fief. Son of a bitch was as sure of himself as ever. Upon spying him, I remember the dwarves all dropped their trousers and showed him their asses. Then Selkirk stepped out in front of us. His white armour shone in the sun. We were afraid a Kidwenny arbalist would shoot him, but they too stood as if frozen, and Selkirk just looked at them and bowed ever so slightly.
Balls. That's a ballsy move. And a classy move.
You captured the Dunbanner standard?
Henselt's choice troops, and not a one survived. The visitor sent them to their deaths, refused to give them reinforcements. He was a monster in human form. The men of the Dun were real swaggerers, killed a lot of our lads, but for every Dunner, there were 7 Adernians. They had no chance. Aye, we captured their standard. We buried what was left of them in the crypts beyond Vergen. Their standard lies with them. Worthy foes are to be respected, even in death.
I'm going to need that standard.
Right. The sword and the standard, those were the things I needed to look for.
Thanks, Cecil, that was helpful. I think I know what I need to lift the curse now.
Madame Eilhard claims you need 4 symbols. The standard symbolizes death. Vandegrift's sword stands for hatred. What about the other 2?
I have a feeling Philippa has a handle on the rest.
Here's hoping you're right.
Hatred symbolized. Wait for events to unfold. The Witcher learned that to lift the curse from the battlefield he would need mementos of the battle representing the virtues and horrors of war. Cecil did not disappoint. He knew a lot and gladly shared his knowledge. The alderman told Geralt that the symbol of hatred could only be the sword of the infamous Vandergrift, bearing the dreaded but fitting name of Hatred. Unfortunately, the blade belonged to Saskia, the Dragon Slayer, who had been poisoned and lay dying. Okay, so we'll get that later, and that's why I need to wait for events to unfold. However, death symbolized, it looks like we need to go back to the catacombs again. One of the artifacts needed to lift the curse from the battlefield was the symbolized death. Having no idea what he was to look for, the Witcher took Philippa's advice and decided to talk to Cecil Burdon. Bergen's alderman knew a lot about the battle between the Kaedweni and Aedirnian armies, so he would likely give Geralt a good lead. After hearing the Witcher out, Cecil Burdon stroked his beard and began his tale of the Dun banner. The Dun was a unit of Kaedweni light cavalry, known far beyond the borders of Henselt's kingdom. Its soldiers had taken part in the battle, and their standard, easily recognized by any veteran from the north, would very well be the symbol of death. The unit's standard was buried in the forest crypt alongside the fallen soldiers. The Witcher had to find the tomb and the artifacts. Luckily, I know where the catacomb is, so it's just a matter of getting there. It is night time, and I did want to level up, so I will do that. Level 23. I don't know. Am I done with the sword one? Do I really want this this last one? I think the group finisher is already pretty good. Of course, there's the instant kill. That's kinda nice. Can I? Yes, I can. Okay, so I don't need to come from the left. This connection is enough for this. Because this ability to deal damage to many opponents, I kinda like that because I'm very much fighting groups. And +5 sword damage, that's just 5% extra, so I will go for that. And I will very likely get that. Oh, +15. Yes, indeed. And not sure about additional open basic 100. Well, even 50% is fine. I'm not sure if I will then go to go here in the magic signs or not. Yeah, this now that I think of it, additional vigor would have probably been a good one, but I did my choice, so I'll go with those. I want to go at dawn, so let's pretend I went to the inn and rested there, and not just meditate here on the streets. And let's go to the catacombs. I did notice, now I just remembered, this mission about Trish Marigold. Should I talk to Philippa now that I'm here? I think I will. It'll take a little time for me to get to the catacombs and back, so let's take care of this because
I tried locating Triss, but the mist disrupts the megascope. There's a weak signal nearby, probably on the other side.
In the Kaedweni camp?
You'll have to pass through the mist.
Yeah, it is suicide, but I think Geralt would do that for Triss, although Philippa will probably say you can't, but
There's no time to lose.
I'm continuously scanning the battlefield. I'll show you the way through. I'll find you when you enter the mist.
Farewell, then.
We still need royal blood.
I know. Henselt.
We need his blood, not his death.
How many times do I have to tell you I'm not a Kingslayer?
Right, so Philippa will help me to get through the mist. Okay. I will, however, first visit the catacombs for the dead Symbolized. That was an interesting scene. Interesting relation with Philippa and her assistant. And I remember one of the dwarves saying that Philippa doesn't like dicks. Seems to be the case. And that's completely fine. This music there in Vergen, it's kind of relaxing. Wanted to be just quiet for a moment. I like how they have done. I said it before, but I like how they've done this kind of eyes adjusting the light coming out from the tunnel. Okay, I've been here before. It'll be interesting to see if things have changed. Maybe there's something else, something new in the catacombs. Maybe not. Maybe we'll meet more Cydvenian soldiers here than before. Catacombs should be... That's a lot of neckers. Oh, that's one. Did you all go away? I don't like that enemies being that much tied into the one area. Because of course I run away because I need time to cast. I need time to cast my spells. And then they just go away. Oh well. I won't fight any neckers then. I will go fight some wraiths in here. Oh, those birds scared me. Okay, this is the Dwarven catacombs. I have cleared the place out a bit. Wait a minute. Do I need to go to a different catacombs? No, it's here, alright. I remember. I was there. I was there, but I actually dealt with the raids as well. Do they respawn? Yes, they do.
Damn it!
I like this. Beating 3 raids, almost no damage taken. I'm learning this. I'm learning this game now. Getting better. I'm still going to save. There's probably some bigger beast there. Oh yes, I didn't go through that wall last time. Ooh, almost got surrounded. Nice. Okay. There's probably even more raids inside because I haven't been there. I kinda wish I knew about this. I missed this wall because I was heading for the corpse in there to fought with Flickering Heart quest. I'm not sure if I would have been able to take this back then, but.
Who are you, and what do you seek?
Geralt of Rivia. I seek the standard of the Dun Banner. Who are you?
Eckhart Hennessy, ensign and color-bearer of the Dun Banner, the best force to issue from the land of Kedwen.
I served in the banner. Wait a minute, I have the cloak.
You may not remember me, but I remember you.
Where from?
I served in the Dun Banner.
Liar!
I fought beneath its standard at Brenna and at Fergen.
The Battle of Brenna. The Nordlings, shoulder to shoulder against the Black Ones. The Redanians, led by De Ruyter on the right. The Talus leading Temeria on the left. A splendid sight, was it not?
Oh, no. That wasn't how it worked. Oh man, what a history quiz here.
You're mistaken. The Redanian regiments were on the left. The Temerians took the center.
Correct. Perhaps you speak the truth.
Try me again.
Tell me, for this you must know. Who was chief commander of the Nilfgaardians at Brenna?
Oh, wow. Can I really just leave and somehow find this out? I don't recall this one now. those bribants. Somehow the Elantrahe rings a bell. Menno Coihorn. The Battle of Brenna hasn't been covered that well. Yeah, you know, Ghost. I'll be back.
It's nice to chat and all, but I think we'll finish this another time.
Kill the Wraith or deceive it. That I will. I think I need a book. That means I need to run back, but I think it might be worth it. Impersonate unit member. Yeah, I like this option. Let's see the books I have. Do I happen to have anything for that? The Dun Banner. The Dun Banner rose to fame during the last wars of Nilfgaard. The Kaedweni Light Cavalry Regiment initially patrolled the area around Bunclean. Called to the front, it proved its mettle during the incursion into Upper Eärden, but it was the chronicles of Battle of Brenna who made the unit famous. Because history likes to repeat itself, several years later the Dun Banner once again led Hensel's foray into Eärden. This time it suffered crushing defeat at the hands of an ostensible ally, no less. The sorceress Sabrina Klevisic, decimated beyond resurrection, the unit was never reformed, and its characteristic cloaks and beaver-skin caps, which once bred terror in the hearts of Kaedwen's foes, became the thing of the past, though they remain identifying marks by which the unit's few surviving former members recognize one another. Battle of Brenna. I don't happen to have that book. No, I will just quickly check. What is this book about? Describes Emperor. Okay. Yeah, no books here for that. But I really like this option, so I'm definitely going to take that. Of course, I wish I'd just, if I'd just known the answer to that question. But I don't remember for sure, and because I am playing with the style that I don't reload the game if something bad happens. I'm going to do this the right way and figure out the right answer, and if I then answer incorrectly, it'll be then so be it, but I want to prepare. Oh, wrong turn. This was the way I was meant to go. Right here is as a complete side note, as a technical note. This area of the forest, there's so much vegetation. That's one of the most FPS intense areas I've seen in this game. Even on my machine, it dips very little on there, but dips anyway. Looks really good. I think Philippa, the lady at the market, who also did Geralt's hair, sold plenty of books, so there must be a book about the Battle of Brenna in her wares. And I will also take a look at other interesting books
Do you trust the girl?
she might carry.
Rotten times.
I'll say it again. Humans are strange.
Hello, Philippa.
See, when they're to marry, they become terribly picky.
Let's trade.
Have to check everything.
Books. Lure of the Tempress describes succubi. I'm not sure if I probably should have should take this kind of these knowledge books of the book of the monsters. I should have bought these before, but I didn't, so I will do so now. Brooks, I haven't fought them yet. How to kill a bulwar. It's interesting. I'm not sure if I run into any more of those. Knowledge on earth elementals. Of trolls and trolling. Draugires, gargoyles. Oh, I'm using all my money on this, I just realized. Damn. No matter, I will. Draugires, gargoyles. I haven't met those yet. There is no book about Battle of Brenna. I just spent a whole lot of money on the other books.
Whether the bride's been ploughed, has a dowry, is diligent.
I will quickly take a look at those books to get knowledge from them. I won't read these now. I mean, read. I will just open them. That didn't get me ahead at all.
Yet here we've a common girl. Saskia. Claims she's a virgin.
Yes, indeed. Now I have all this knowledge here. Maximum knowledge against all the monsters. This is what I wanted. Really would have been useful to have that a long time ago already. But I said that didn't help me with Battle of Brenna.
And nobody questions her